Man, it's been a day or two since we've done one of these videos about us just counting down stuff and like talking about best stuff and worst stuff and like with WrestleMania season just a few weeks away. Yeah, I think it's around that time to get back into the swing of things and really start doing stuff with this channel. So, seeing as how the Raw guys are doing a best WrestleMania main events ever, we decided to be kind of dickbags and take their idea and make it about bad things. So, yeah, let's talk about some shit. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the Haymakers official video about the worst WrestleMania main events ever. We are the SmackDown cast. I am Nikki V, and I'm joined by Kelkos.
WrestleMania 2 is the best WrestleMania ever. Who's with me?
How dare. And Toon Critic.
You mean to tell me we do more than just prediction casts? Wow. Such variety on our channel. I love it.
Well, I do more.
Yeah, that's actually true. Nicky does more than both of us.
Yeah, you're right about that. You've basically taken over because I am too busy playing Breath of the Wild to do anything productive with my life.
That's a fair excuse. Breath of the Wild looks fucking amazing.
It does.
It is fucking amazing. And one thing that I've learned is that everyone wants to fuck the fish person.
I thought it was... Well, yeah,
I feel like everyone wants to just fuck Link, including the fish person.
Everyone wants... Here's the thing. The people that have been playing the game, their main waifu is a character named Mifa. And their main husbando, basically the character that all the people playing this game get completely thirsty over, is Prince Sidon of the Zorro race.
I thought it was the Bard.
The Bard. The Bard is a candidate, but it's Sidon mostly.
Ah,
yes.
More like sit on, am I right? Anyways,
just like Paige sat on Xavier Woods.
We're off to a great fucking start. Okay.
Remember when this video was about WrestleMania main events?
Yes,
and
now
not
we're
literally
about
everything
the fucking
else.
Cuck video that was just leaked.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about what the hell's going on with Paige. We're just not. It's a disaster. Okay, we might as well just tell you now. If we get into later on this, we get to best and worst. When we get to the scandals, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be it. Calling it right here.
Yeah, no kidding. It was so bad. Well, also, before we start, though, we should also touch a little bit on a little thing that WWE released. Excuse me, sorry. About 24 hours ago from the time of this recording, a little something called Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Oh God! This I thought was a joke. I thought this was just a one-time thing, but this is 4 episodes worth of what the fuckery.
Not only that, this was sponsored by KFC. All right, this was paid
Wait,
for.
really?
Yes, the whole thing is an advertisement for KFC Georgia Gold Chicken.
That's why they have that.
God.
That's why they have that paid impersonator of Ric Flair talking about woo, crispy, woo, crunchy, woo, delicious Georgia Gold Chicken.
Yeah. The whole thing was sponsored, paid for, produced by KFC. I'm pretty certain an executive at KFC likes wrestling and just one day snorted too much coke and got an idea, and we got fucking Tex Ferguson
we got canonical Sex Ferguson.
We did. It's a shame they had to rename it to Tex Ferguson, but the fact that it's the same costume and it's only one letter off is amazing.
Oh man, it's really funny though. Southpaw Regional Wrestling is really good because it allows the wrestlers to do more comedic stuff and stuff that you wouldn't expect them to do. We get so much of the serious shit, but this is where their acting chops really get to shine. I thought all of them did amazing jobs.
Yeah, and the thing is, you look at somebody like Gallows and Anderson. Like the last time they tried to be funny in WWE, we got the fucking Old Day.
No, it was the what was the ring postitis, I think.
The Old Day came later.
Oh, well, ring postitis was their best.
Yeah, that was obviously their best, but like Old Day.
Yeah, we can't forget Old Day, but you know what? We also can't forget Southpaw Regional Wrestling. All right, if you haven't watched it, do it. It is not so bad it's good. All right, it's definitely not that. It is legitimately great, and I hope that we see more of it, even if it's just a fucking advertisement for KFC Georgia Gold Chicken. All right, it worked. Because you want to
Hell,
know
it was
what I
a
did?
better commercial than most things we see.
You want to know?
It's a better ad for Georgia Gold Chicken better than when Enzo tried to fuck it.
Yeah,
That's true.
I remember that. True. But you want to know how it was good? After I watched those 4 episodes, I went out and bought some Georgia Gold Chicken. And keep in mind, this is coming from a Popeyes loyalist. So, I mean, I had to break my creed in order to appreciate it. But no, it's
how is it, by the way?
Not bad. It's definitely better than their regular shit, and that's because their regular shit doesn't use the 11 herbs and spices anymore. So Popeyes is now better, but Georgia Gold is not bad. I do recommend it. However, if you have a choice between Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, and KFC, I would just ignore KFC and either go to Chick-fil-A or Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes is the best for me, personally.
Again, remember when this video was about WrestleMania stuff?
Anyways.
Okay, so I'm sorry, a lot happened in the last 24 hours from the time of this recording. We had a lot we wanted to touch base on that we felt we needed to touch base on. Just like Paige touched Pragmatics' dick. Huh? Okay, so I'm done. All right, I'm done. Let's move on. We're going to do now, finally, we're going to do the worst WrestleMania main events. There have been plenty of them, and here is just one out of the 6 that we have chosen. So, in the year 2000, WWF was riding high. They had finally broken WCW's streak. Their characters were starting to build to better and better stories. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin's injury, putting him on the sidelines for a year, didn't hurt them that much because The Rock and Triple H immediately stepped it up and immediately injected themselves right into the main event scene, feuding with each other for on and off for a very long time, and it was never bad, ever. Except for one time where it was bad. So, the McMahon family, they're feuding. All 4 members, Stephanie, Shane, Linda, Vince. So, at WrestleMania 2000, it was going to be each McMahon picking a wrestler, and then they fight. Yeah, the first match on our list is the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania 2000, with Mick Foley, Big Show, The Rock, and Triple H.
The one good thing you can say about this match, at least Mick Foley got a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, that's really the only claim to fame here. The rest of the match is just, it's like almost 40 minutes of just slugging.
Yeah, it's just so overbooked. Like the McMahons didn't need to be there for this. This is just the most classic example of the McMahons having to be involved in everything.
Yeah.
Also, you had like honestly, given how awesome their match at Backlash was, the fact that this wasn't just Triple H and The Rock, like Big Show and sadly Mick Foley did not need to be here.
Yeah,
they can carry the match by themselves. They're more than capable of like handling a WrestleMania main event. That should have been the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. You look at the main event of Backlash, that is an amazing main event. The wrestling is not super good, but the overall storytelling and everything building up to that match is so WrestleMania worthy. And it's a shame that they didn't just do that instead.
Nope. Instead, we had to have a McMahon in every corner because people paid to see the McMahons.
Now, you know what people paid for with WrestleMania 2000? The Triangle Ladder match. That was the only good thing that came out of WrestleMania 2000 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
wasn't the Eurocontinental title match there too?
Oh, right. The 2 out of 3 falls match, I think.
Or no, the 2 falls.
Oh, 2 fall, right. That was Angle, Jericho, and Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Chris Benoit
Luigi. Okay, so but I think the thing that's I recently watched this match over, and the only thing I remember from the actual match is Mick Foley botching a fucking elbow onto a table.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is coming straight from the What Culture 10 Fascinating Facts About WrestleMania 2000 video that just came out, but apparently Mick kind of didn't give a shit.
I
Like,
don't blame him. You could kind of see that in this match.
like he told his wife beforehand, don't be surprised if this match sucks and I don't sell very much.
Yeah, he was ready to retire. Like
He did retire.
Yeah, a month
He retired at the
previously.
last pay-per-view.
And it was like, Jesus Christ, why bring him back so goddamn early? Let the man rest. All right, he fell. All right, never forget that in 1998, The Undertaker tossed Mick Foley 18 feet off of a cell into an
Trust me,
announcer's
we
table.
never ever forget that. It's brought up every day.
I'm sorry, I'm
And
trying
then,
to reference a shitty morph Reddit meme, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Well, the other one was with him by Triple H in that I think Hell in a Cell match, and him getting thrown right through the cell again, and
yeah, and him cratering the ring.
Yeah,
that was the retirement match. Like that was supposed to be it for him, but no, we had to bring him back because, although weirdly enough, originally it was supposed to be Jericho in that match.
should have been. I think that would have been more interesting personally, but
Yeah, agreed. That would have.
I mean, Lord knows you got fucking Big Show. Like, what is Big Show doing there?
To be fair, this was 2000 Big Show when he was still like crazy athletic and like not 2016. I'm going to feud with the big Aristotle, except I'm not.
Wrecked.
What happened with that? Is basically Big Show and Shaq happening or not?
Big Show Shaq is not happening because Shaq is so fucking fat right now. He is so ridiculously out of shape. Like when you watch him on Inside the NBA and like he looks exhausted if he spins in his chair. Like he is bad. Like Shaq or Big Show called him out on a podcast recently. He was like, he looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And personally, I thought with all the shit that he's been stirring up lately, like antagonizing JaVale McGee and all that shit, I really thought that he was going to try and turn heel so that Big Show could like one punch him and like be a conquering hero.
Nope. Instead, he's going to get thrown in the arm bar. So
probably.
Although they're 2 hours.
Jan, too bad you may have convinced Greg Valentine to put me in an arm bar for 2.5 hours. He's completely dead. Christ.
Oh, anyways, WrestleMania 2000.
WrestleMania 2000. Really shitty WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, WrestleMania 15 was kind of shitty. WrestleMania, except for the main event. Well, it's kind of funny because WrestleMania 14 was shitty except for the main event. WrestleMania 15 was shitty except for the main event. WrestleMania 16 or 2000, whichever you prefer, is just shitty overall with the exception of the Triangle Ladder match and the Intercontinental title match. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it's funny, too, because the Attitude Era WrestleManias have never been that great. And then all of a sudden, the very last thing to come out of the Attitude Era, WrestleMania 17, is widely considered to be the best WrestleMania ever put on.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works. How in the Attitude Era, like, it was their best period ever. So many buys for WrestleMania, and they're not that good except for one. It's weird how things work out like that. But regardless, the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania 2000 with a McMahon in every corner, damn it, is our first match on our list of worst WrestleMania main events ever. Now, our next match is one that we haven't actually really talked about a lot. We've mentioned it, but we haven't talked about it because we haven't had a good talking point for it. Toon is very eager to talk about this, so I'm going to pass the microphone straight to him.
Now, I love WrestleMania. I've mentioned a billion times in this podcast that I've actually been to a WrestleMania 22, 2006 in Chicago. Now, it's hard for me to think of a really bad WrestleMania main event. But then I remembered there was one WrestleMania that infuriated me to no end. And that is WrestleMania 25, which is supposed to be, the 25th celebration. We're in Texas. We got the Big Show. We've got Edge. We've got Undertaker. We've got Shawn Michaels. We've got friggin' all the big names. And our main event is Triple H versus Randy Orton. I fucking hate this match. I hate it to death and beyond, but I love the build-up for it, though. So real quick about the build-up for this. This has to be one of my favorite build-ups to a match, but ultimately disappoints. You have Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble, and he's going straight after Triple H, and he does some really shitty things, like he punts Vince, he punts Shane, he RKO's Stephanie and kisses her in front of a handcuffed Triple H, and then Triple H breaks into his house, except it's not really his house, but whatever, magic and shit. And it just goes balls out all over the place. And what do we get because of all this grudge leading into it, all this hate leading into it? Just very simply, Triple H, if you get disqualified, you're going to lose the title. Fuck you. Fuck you. This should have been an all-out, no-holds-barred street fight to the death. Considering what Randy Orton did leading up to this, you mean to tell me we're just getting a whole, don't break the rules, Triple H. You have to fight fair. Fuck you. That is what made this match so terrible. Triple H won in the end. Lord, hey, whoopie fucking do. Good for you. But why, though?
It's not often that a stipulation actually handicaps a match. Like, most of the time you have a stipulation that's meant to build up hype for it. Like, this kind of goes without saying, but like, if you add ladders, people are going to be more excited. If you add a steel cage, people are going to be more excited. If you get disqualified, you lose the title. What exactly is that meant to build? Are we supposed to be excited about that stipulation? Are we supposed to be excited about Triple H being forced to struggle between defending his title and destroying this man's face? Because I'm not.
Yeah, no kidding. This is not a feud that's all about, I'm a better competitor than you. And as a matter of fact, we can even draw a parallel when it comes to stuff like that with the match that preceded it, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
Which should have been the main event.
It should have been, and thankfully they did rectify that with WrestleMania 26. But the thing with Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker is that there's no need for any kind of match stipulations, because that is I am a better competitor than you, here I'm going to prove it kind of feud. And it works. A clean match works in that kind of a story. But with Randy Orton versus Triple H, that feud was so goddamn ridiculous, with Orton what was it, Triple H invading Orton's home?
Yeah, like Orton's just like, yeah, you can't touch me, and then Triple H fucking kicks the door in, and I'm like, oh shit. And then he throws Orton out the window and the cops get called, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little too edgy now, but
wow. And when Toon Critic says it's getting too edgy, it's crossed the line.
This is a match that deserved weapons and blood and fucking craziness. This is not a I am a better competitor than you feud. This is you assaulted my wife. You
RKO'd my wife and kissed her in front of me while I'm handcuffed.
Yes, this is a match that deserves a fucking cell or sledgehammers or fucking brawls and shit like that. But instead, they decided to start the match and immediately put each other in each other's finishers to pop the crowd. And then after that, it was just 20 minutes of...
And you know what didn't? And you know what didn't help?
What didn't help?
The fact that they had to follow up Taker versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
The crowd was fucking dead.
Yeah, that was what really killed it too. This is supposed to be the main event. It's the main event for the WWE Championship. Sure doesn't fucking feel like it.
No kidding.
Was this back when there were 2 world titles on
Yeah,
this show?
the previous match was Cena versus Edge and Big Show, the one where Cena lifting up Big Show and Edge at the same fucking time was more memorable than this. I can't remember anything in this fucking match. The fact that I remember the 2 matches previous and I remember nothing in this one speaks fucking volumes.
Yeah. This, like, when you have a world title match, or where you have a world title main event match, and there's 2 other matches before this that probably should have main evented it, we have a problem.
Anyways, WrestleMania 25, one of the worst WrestleManias ever. Nikki, I think you're next. Take it away.
Okay. So whenever the pantheon of worst WrestleManias ever get brought up, there's usually three that come to mind right above everything else. WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 27, and WrestleMania 11. We're going to be talking about a couple of the main events of those shows because, like, the main events of, ironically, all of those shows are reasons why they are put amongst the worst of the worst. And we're going to be talking about 11 this time around. Bam Bam Bigelow versus former New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, Bam Bam Bigelow main eventing a WrestleMania. Sick. Guy's a great wrestler, one of the best big men to ever live.
Mm-hmm.
But a non-wrestler main eventing WrestleMania in any capacity other than enforcer or manager or guest appearance. No, thank you. Okay, I did watch the match. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember being impressed with Lawrence Taylor. All right, I remember that he was better than he ever should have been. He was not bad in a wrestling in a wrestling environment. He picked it up really well. Same thing with Dennis Rodman in the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fuck is a football player doing main eventing WrestleMania as a competitor?
The whole thing about it was, like, this was 1995. WrestleMania was in the crap R. Like, Hulk left, the steroid trial was going on. It was bad news for WWE, and they needed something big. Like, they needed some big thing. And I guess that this was like the early alpha version of Mike Tyson helping for WrestleMania 14. But Jesus Christ, if this match had taken place anywhere else on the card, it would have been not only considered fine, but probably one of the best how should I put this? Wrestler versus non-wrestler matches ever, because, like, Lawrence Taylor did shockingly well, and Bam Bam made him look like $1 million. They had a decent match. If you hadn't told me that Lawrence Taylor was a football player and had never worked a day in his life in wrestling, I would have probably given the match like 2.5, 3 stars. That was a good match. But as the main event, no. Like,
This is not how you sell WrestleMania, to be honest.
No. Diesel versus Michaels. I don't care if Diesel's title reign came off like a wet turd. Like, that needed to main event the show. Like, you don't have a whole lot going on. There really isn't any other matches on the card that are even kind of close to being worth main eventing this show. You need to have your fucking world title match main event the show. It doesn't make any other. It doesn't make sense. It just feels like this. You know what it feels like? It feels like somebody took the match order, put it on magnets, stuck it to their fridge, and then just kind of shuffled it. Just kind of went and just went off of that. It just feels random.
It does feel random, but I mean, it's WrestleMania 11. What do you want from it? Good match order?
Like,
yeah, that's what you want from it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Taylor in the Hall of Fame because of this match now?
He is not in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, just check.
Although
you're thinking of William the Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the Big Battle Royale at Mania 2, which, by the way, pretty much all of the matches from Mania, or all of the main events from Mania 2 could have made this list, but
King Kong Bundy, yay!
Hey, speaking
King
of
Kong Bundy looked like a fucking potato.
Speaking of the Hall of Fame, can we just point out that this year's Hall of Fame actually doesn't look too bad?
Dude, this year's
looks
Hall of Fame
great.
not only doesn't look too bad, it looks fucking awesome.
It's like a who's who of, like, why aren't these people in the Hall of Fame yet?
Exactly.
Especially with fucking Kurt Angle, like the one person I was not expecting at all this year, but he's the headliner of it now.
Not to
Yeah.
mention the people in the inductees that we know, like John Cena inducting Kurt Angle, fucking perfect choice. Nothing, it's goddamn perfect. And then you have JBL and Ron Simmons inducting Terry Long, a fucking tag team inducting Terry Long, especially
Teddy Long.
Teddy Long. Excuse me, I'm a little
it's okay.
hungover. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
So it's perfect because they're a tag team, and one of them was a big staple on SmackDown. It works. It's perfect. I don't know who's inducting DDP. I think it might be Jericho, which again, perfect. Okay.
What about Beth Phoenix? Who's inducting Beth Phoenix?
Beth
I
Phoenix,
bet it's Edge.
Beth Phoenix's biceps are inducting Beth Phoenix.
She's
Fair
just
enough.
gonna put a sock puppet on them and just be like, "Today we want to talk about one of the greatest divas ever." Man, I wish I had a camera right now because this analogy does not work otherwise.
No, it does not, but that's okay. You tried your best. No,
I
this
tried
year's
it, but it's gonna be Edge. Edge is gonna induct her.
Yeah.
I think that would be fair.
This year's Hall of Fame is lit as fuck, and I cannot wait. Definitely
Yeah,
not like the last couple of Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they've
they
kind
just
of been
need
stinkers.
one. They just need one really good celebrity, and like, there's plenty. There's plenty of people who could go into the hall that are like worthy, like Lawrence Taylor. Dude main evented WrestleMania.
I think that's at least worthy.
Like, granted, he has done some kind of iffy things afterwards, like he did some stuff with prostitutes, and he was in The Waterboy, which was, whew,
Oof.
Yeah.
oof.
Anyways, yeah, I think we can
I
move
actually
on
can't
from
talk.
here.
I actually can't talk shit about The Waterboy. I secretly love it.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So, next match on our list is oh, I'm looking at our list and it doesn't have the color coding, so I'm like, which one is mine? Oh yeah, it's in order. I'm a dumb shit.
It's the one after fucking Bam Bam, you dung. You dungus.
Okay.
You dangle.
Oh, fuck you.
All
right.
Ding dong.
You expand your dongle.
Expand dong. So,
Anyway,
leading up to WrestleMania 7 in 1991, Sergeant Slaughter reveals that he is an Iraqi sympathizer and turns heel. And then he does the despicable act of burning a Hulk Hogan shirt. It's just like burning the American flag. Oh my god, it's so heinous. Someone must teach him a lesson. Bam, 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 na, na, na. So, Hogan vs. Slaughter is billed for WrestleMania 7. And that match basically killed WrestleMania for 10 fucking years. All right, because not only was the match not good, okay, the match was awful, but WWE took the risk of having this angle during a time when tensions between America and Iraq were really starting to ramp up, which led to the Gulf War. But the Gulf War had not happened yet when Slaughter had turned heel and they started booking the match. So when the match was scheduled to happen, WrestleMania bombed. They were supposed to be in a large football stadium like they had with the first 6 WrestleManias, barring WrestleMania 2, of course, and WrestleMania 1 because Madison Square Garden. But they couldn't. They actually only sold about a fifth of the amount of tickets that they were expecting. And they had to move to a smaller arena that was right next door because people felt so uncomfortable about the angle. All right, that is why this match is on this list. Not because it was a bad match, but because it killed WrestleMania until WrestleMania X7 happened.
There was only one good WrestleMania that happened between 7 and 17.
And that was 10.
10.
Okay, you
10.
can stop now.
Nikki.
10.
It's
10.
after the Royal Rumble.
10.
Okay, it's okay.
10.
Nikki,
10.
Nikki, you can
Oh
stop.
my god,
10.
he's going to explode! Doug! Hi! Ah!
10.
Okay, I think he just blew his load all over his keyboard. All right. So the match is bad. I mean, you can watch it if you want to, but the thing is, the match is not so bad it's good. It's not Warrior versus Hogan at Halloween Havoc. It's not that match that happened at Triple Mania 23 a couple years ago or whatever the fuck number it was.
Yeah.
It's not Melina versus Alicia Fox. It's not that. It's just...
But that was my favorite match.
Shut up, Stone Cold.
All
All right.
Wait, no, that was Cameron who said that.
Cameron,
That's Stone Cold.
Okay, never mind. But the match is boring. Like, why would you watch this? All right, instead, from WrestleMania 7, you should be going and watching the I Quit match between Warrior and Randy Savage, because that was a blow-off to a, 4-year program?
I think it was a retirement match.
It was for Randy Savage, but the whole thing revolved around Elizabeth and Savage, and I mean that had been going on for about 4 years at that point, 3 years since 1988 with the first SummerSlam. I can't stress enough. It killed WrestleMania. That is why this match is on this list. There's not much else I can really talk about it, but
yeah. Like, it honestly just your standard boring, like, Hulk Hogan in the early 90s match. Like, I'm going to take a bunch of offense for, like, the first 80% of it, and then I'm going to point at the guy and go, you!
Soldier Boy, tell him.
Holy shit, how that... Okay, so... And then I'm going to, like, Hulk up and hit the slam and the leg drop, and I'm going to win. Haha. Because I'm Hulk Hogan. And I don't know how to work matches, at least not for another couple years.
At least he's not going to be at this year's WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so moving on. You're next.
Okay, so who wants to talk about WrestleMania 27?
I don't.
No. Okay, yeah, WrestleMania 27 is considered by many. Yeah, if there was a list of worst WrestleManias just in general, yeah, 27 is definitely on there. There's some really shitty matches. But if it is a shitty WrestleMania, then it surely must have a shitty main event. Ding, 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 you get $1 billion. It is The Miz versus John Cena.
The Miz was not fucking ready.
No, he was not. You know me. I have the biggest hate boner for The Miz on this cast, but I'll admit, no, this shouldn't have happened to him. I understand him, like, cashing in Money in the Bank. He gets the title. Everyone jeers him to fucking death. Cena swoops in, and let me tell you why I hate this match. Cena gets the chance. He was probably booked to win here. But The Rock shows up. And let's be real, all this match was to set up Cena versus Rock later on. And what happens to The Miz? The Miz not only gets fucked over, but at the next pay-per-view, he loses it in a triple threat steel cage match. Then he loses an I Quit match, and then he gets promptly buried again.
Yeah, this was just dumb. And
now I see why Miz hates Cena in the build-up to this year's WrestleMania. I fucking hate him too after that.
But the thing is, you look around at the rest of the card, and, like, they kind of had to go with Miz, because who else were they going to go with? Like, they really hadn't done an amazing job of building up anybody else. Like, everything else was already matches we'd already seen before. They had to kind of build up someone new, and, oh, wait, they had CM Punk. Shit.
And Orton. But Orton and Punk ended up in a somewhat decent match. And then you have Undertaker and Triple H. And that was all right, too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, though, Orton, Taker, Triple H, we'd all seen that shit 100 times before in every order imaginable. We were just kind of like, we need someone new. And, like, we originally We originally thought that the Nexus guys were going to be that. Ha ha! Nope.
And we thought the court. Nope, not even.
Nobody thought the court was going to be anything. Nobody ever in the world.
Poor Wade Barrett. I feel so sorry for him.
Yeah.
I've got some bad news. Your career's fucking over. I haven't heard heads or tails from him. Unlike Cody Rhodes, Like,
Mhm.
I have, or Ryback, because fucking goddamn Ryback
Ry-
gossip is
Ryback just brute
amazing.
forces his way into public conversation.
Ryback
these
has a
days.
fucking book out by now.
He
He's got a
does.
book
And it looks really bad.
with him in a fucking suit. I'm like, Ryback, buddy, what the fuck are you doing?
I think the Ryback has some legitimate brain problems. Like
I think so.
I think he might actually be brain damaged.
I don't know, man, but fuck,
He might be
until I
retarded.
learn that he actually does have problems, I'm just gonna laugh.
Yeah.
For
Looks
real.
fucking Photoshop too, anyway. But yeah, the it really sucks though, because I understand that like they were trying to push the Miz, but I think we all can agree that Miz now, 2016, 2017, Miz is the best he's ever fucking looked. 2000, hang on, when was WrestleMania?
2011.
2011 was not good for the Miz. He just stank up the place, and it's
Yeah.
just no.
Does anybody remember if the match between Edge and Alberto Del Rio was any good?
It was
Edge
probably
totaled the
fine.
car after.
Yeah. I mean,
It was
was
Edge's last match too.
Yep.
Yeah, it opened the card. It opened the show. A world heavyweight title match opened the show. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
But either way, that should have main evented over this ball. Well,
Oh,
no,
I remember.
I can't say that.
remember.
I can't say that because fucking then The Rock gets pushed out of the main event. We can't have that.
No, I remember what was the worst match on this card. I remember why I hated WrestleMania 27.
Say it. Say it out loud.
Snooki.
Actually, no. There was something worse.
Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler?
Michael Cole versus
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler.
Oh my god. 2 WrestleManias in a row they tried to do this shit. Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon. Bret Hart can't take a bump, so we're gonna have him sit in a fucking chair. Oh, and then WrestleMania 27, fucking Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. And then next year, Jerry Lawler has a fucking heart attack. Live on television. Yay!
And we got Snooki, because fuck it, why did we get Snooki in here again? This basically fucked over, not just, this screwed over John Morrison as well, because I remember there was some really bad heat on him after this.
Yeah,
It
because
was bad.
John Morrison wanted it to be Melina instead of Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were strupping at the time.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was not fucking
Yeah, this
good.
was before Melina outed him for using Viagra.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, WrestleMania 27. Yeah, that was a shit WrestleMania. Let's just, I'm just gonna slide this back to Calcos. You have fun.
All right. And then I'm going to take that and slide it over to Nikki because he has the last match on our list.
Oh, that's right. My bad. I got the turn order mixed up. I'm sorry. I got the turn order mixed up.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, who wants to talk about the worst WrestleMania of all time?
Okay. Is it WrestleMania 2?
Nope.
Is it WrestleMania 20? Oh, fuck. WrestleMania fucking, goddamn not... I can't think of any bad WrestleManias now. Why?
WrestleMania 8?
Thank you.
Nope.
WrestleMania 13.
Nope.
WrestleMania 9.
There it is. WrestleMania 9. Live from Caesar's Palace, and everything is Roman for some reason.
Because it's live at
it was
Caesar's
the
Palace.
spectacle.
It just had a weird look to it. JR in a toga.
Okay,
No
yeah,
buys.
good point. No, thank you.
No buys.
And we also had The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, with Undertaker winning by disqualification.
Yeah, because Giant Gonzalez pulled out a fucking, like, chloroform rag. That was weird.
Yeah.
They're not going to show that in fucking Undertaker's, in his, retirement speech, I doubt. Although they should, just for the shits and giggles of it.
The rib would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would.
Hey, remember that time you took a fucking loss to the guy in the dickless bodysuit because he got chloroformed? That was fun.
Well, we remember. And we also
Yeah.
remember what closed the show.
Well, it's not even just that. Like, there was so much other shit on this card. Like, there was the fucking Bob Backlund Razor Ramon match, which was balls. There was freaking Doink the Clown doing Doink the Clown things. It was weird. But yes, the main event of the show was Bret Hart, the champion, fighting Yokozuna, the man made entirely out of asses. Like, this dude...
How is Yokozuna even able to wrestle? Like, he's huge.
The dude is like 600 pounds. I do not even know. To be fair, though, I guess that makes the bonsai drop that much more devastating, but, like, fuckles. Shit. Okay, so, for those who don't know, Bret Hart, who can probably work a good match with a GameCube, like, he wanted to have a good match with Yokozuna, just to kind of show Vince McMahon, hey, I'm really fucking good at this, because he found out that he was going to lose the match and was just like, okay, we'll play it your way. And he wanted to have a really good match, but unfortunately, because Mr. Yoko has about as much stamina as a dying tortoise, he got winded really quickly and had to jump straight into the end of the match, skipping a whole bunch of the stuff that Bret had planned for him. Fucking cool. And then, so Hart gets Yoko in the sharpshooter. Mr. Fuji throws dust in his eyes.
I think it was salt, actually.
Or it was something. It was salt, it was dust, I don't give a shit. So he gets something thrown in his eyes. Yoko picks up the win. And then something real American, something fight for the rights of everyone. And Hulk Hogan comes out, and for no reason, because apparently sometime in the night he had won the Money in the Bank ladder match.
That did not
exist. That was a thing
yet.
back then.
It was untelevised and unhappened.
It was Hulk Hogan, because Hulk Hogan.
It was the Money in the I'm fucking Hulk Hogan match. And he goes up, he challenges Yoko. Yoko accepts for some asinine reason. And then Hulk Hogan wins.
In 22 seconds.
In 22 seconds. Holy fuck, this did nothing for nobody.
It did something for Hulk Hogan. It basically let everybody know that, oh, that's right, it's 1993. We're tired of your shit. Yeah, like, we were already to the point, like, here's the thing, WrestleMania 8 didn't have a great main event. It was Hulk versus Psycho Sid, or Sid Justice. Which Sid incarnation was that? Does anybody know?
I think it was Psycho Sid.
It was Justice.
Sid Justice. Okay, so
Psycho Sid was WrestleMania 13.
Okay, yeah. So he's fighting Psycho Sid or Sid Justice, and that was supposed to be his retirement match. It was built up this whole time as WrestleMania 8, Hulk Hogan's retirement match against Psycho Sid. Okay, that's fine, great, fantastic, amazing. But then he fucking comes back out of nowhere. He was already in a match earlier on the card in a tag team title match alongside Brutus Beefcake against Money Inc. Like, there was no reason for him to be there. It was fucking ridiculous, and it made Bret look like a fucking joke. Because he couldn't beat Yokozuna in how long of a match was that? Like
8 minutes.
It was like 23 seconds.
No. The Bret
I know.
versus
I'm
Yoko
making
match.
a joke that it was only slightly longer.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't know how long it was, but it was a full length match.
It was a 9-minute match. It was like, and Hulk comes in and beats him in less than a half a minute. Boy, does that make your fucking champion look good. Especially seeing as how Hulk would be gone by next year's SummerSlam. Woo!
Didn't take fucking long at all. And then all of a sudden he went to WCW. Same shit. Nobody cared after the first pay-per-view in 1994.
Oh, yeah, and he also refused to put over Bret Hart on the way out.
Uh-huh. Because he's a dick.
Yeah, I was about to say, does anybody else think that this Hulk Hogan guy might be a piece of shit?
He kind of is.
Kind of.
Yeah. Kinda.
Jesus.
Okay, he is. He is a certified dick.
There we go.
And ya can't teach that.
Good job. All right, so main event of WrestleMania 9. Would we say it is the worst main event in WrestleMania history?
I think we should let the comments decide.
Well, this year's WrestleMania has something to say about that.
Brock versus Goldblug. Okay, this year's WrestleMania has me curious as much, not as much hyped as it is curious. I've been doing my best to avoid match spoilers so that way I can go into it with like, oh, here's the card. But holy fucking shit. Some of the stuff that I heard, what the fuck?
You got Styles and like Shane. You got like Styles fucking slamming Shane's face through a fucking car window because he's fed up with this bullshit.
Which was awesome. Okay, which was awesome.
Sweet.
You got Cena and Miz with like the fucking tag team match we didn't want, and suddenly they sell it to us like $1 million fucking dollars.
Which is not awesome.
No, and now we got Reigns versus Undertaker.
To be fair.
Don't be fair. Be a dick.
It is better than fucking Taker versus Braun.
Yes.
No. I'm going to say it's not. Because, like, at least with that match, Undertaker could go into the match as the undisputed face. Braun could go into the match as the undisputed heel. They could have a match. Braun could win, and Braun could get, like, fucking monstrous heat and be the monster of Raw for the next year. If in this match, like Reigns versus Undertaker, everybody's gonna boo Reigns again. So unless they actually finally, for fuck's sake, pull the trigger on this heel turn, like it's not gonna be a good match. It's not. And on top of that, Taker is fucking done. He was done 5 years ago, and he's burnt to a crisp now. This is gonna suck assholes.
How many assholes?
7.
Wow, that's a lot
7
of assholes. That's a lot of assholes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 asses.
Yeah, we'll have to see when it comes to WrestleMania. Cruiserweight ladder match would be fucking lit.
Why aren't we getting a cruiserweight ladder match? God fucking damn it!
Because
we have enough people.
Because Neville versus Austin Aries is gonna be fucking lit.
Okay, you know what?
That's
oh
true.
Fucking hell! Why are you assholes making me say lit?
Lit.
Dick.
Fire.
Lit 420 blaze it. Austin Aries is my bae.
Speaking of RVD's rumored
I'm
to
gonna
make
punch
a
you
comeback.
at BabsCon. I hope you know this.
Join the club. What were you saying, Kogos?
Speaking of lit, RVD's rumored to make a one final run in WWE.
Oh boy.
Nikki
I'd be cool with it.
Just got excited.
Yeah, I have.
Nikki's bae is coming back.
Oh, you stop. Will you stop?
Will you stop?
It's
just like the time that coward Marty Jannetty jumped out a window. Shawn Michaels.
Okay, but like if RVD comes back for one more run, if he's on like either show's mid card could use the help, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done here. So Toon, if you would like to close us out, you can.
Okay, so yes, I know many of us are hyped for WrestleMania, and if you have not seen it, go ahead and check out the Raw guys. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good thing. I haven't even watched it, so we don't even know, but we're gonna plug them anyway, as they probably will hopefully plug us, and if they don't, they're assholes. And
just them though.
Just those.
We're not assholes.
But yeah, go ahead and put down in the comments what your worst WrestleMania main event is, or it could just be worst WrestleMania match in general. You will definitely see the 6 of us sitting down to talk about WrestleMania 33. Should be a fun time, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that about covers it. So expect us on our Twitters and our YouTubes and all that fun stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you all in the next episode.
By the way, fun fact, Hulk Hogan main evented every single WrestleMania from 1 through 9 with the exception of 4.
I was about to say he didn't do 4. Watch Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Bye.